Roy Wilkins submitted, and I'm here to tell you, do you think he would ever submit? No way. I don't think he would ever submit either. So I called up Commissioner Rob Manford, now that the MLB's got all these replay stuff, and I told him to put together a package for me to show how the referee was incompetent and then Roy never tapped out. So let's roll the footage, please. Please, right there, he's getting ready to grab the rope, and this stupid referee put himself in the way. I was trying to help the referee do his job. Here I am trying to tell him how to do his job because he's worthless. Look at the slow-mo replay. Roy is grabbing the rope right there, and this stupid referee got in the way, and he thought Roy tapped out. I mean, does that look like he's tapping out? No! Are you people drinking tonight? Who's got the alcohol in here? Because y'all are drunk. Look at this. Look at this replay. I want to look. There he is grabbing the rope. There's the referee pushing his hand out of the way, right there, out of the way, and said that that was Roy's tap. That's crazy. Roy is the greatest scientific wrestler of our time. You understand? You look in the history book, and you say greatest scientific wrestlers. You see George Hackenspitz. You see Carl Gotch. And you turn the page, and it's by God, Roy Wilkins. He would never submit. So tonight, Roy Wilkins is going to show each and every one of you drunks out here what a great wrestler he is. Pure scientific match. Not going to break any rules. He's just going to break Chris Lee's neck. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, coming in a superstar, Joe Smooth, Chris Lee.
Hey, come on, break my neck. Come on now. Come on, Roy. Ready to start it. Break my neck. Come break my neck.
Roy Mania running wild.
Come on, get ready. Got it, Roy. Pure scientific match.
Gonna be a good one here as the former Rising Generation League champion and former television champion Chris Lee takes on Roy Wilkins, who has won just about every accolade you could possibly win in CWF Mid-Atlantic. And what about the claims of the coach, Cecil Scott, that Wilkins is the greatest scientific wrestler of our generation, or possibly even of any generation?
Yeah, he says of all time. And I thought you were going to talk about the assumption that everybody here was drunk, which I was going to agree with. But you know what? It's a bit of hyperbole by the coach, but Wilkins is a great scientific wrestler.
Wilkins is phenomenal, a product of the CWF Mid-Atlantic Dojo, and in an almost 10-year career, Wilkins captured the Rising Generation League Championship, went on to capture the Mid-Atlantic Television Championship, has captured the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions.
Yeah, one of the great tag teams in CWF history.
Absolutely, him and Walter Eaton, the now exiled member of the All-Stars. Wilkins, a former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion, actually ended the historic title reign of Arik Royal, the longest in history. It was ended by Roy Wilkins, has even won the CWF Rumble, our annual 30-man over-the-top rope rumble that comes your way every October. And of course, this year, the Rumble, one of the biggest nights in CWF history, will be seen exclusively. Oh, shoulders are down! Only got 2. This year, the Rumble will be seen exclusively on CWF Worldwide as we continue to race.
Crucifix!
Hold on! Only got 2 as we continue to grace your screens every Wednesday night with a new edition of CWF Worldwide, and it has been a good scientific matchup so far. Chris Lee going to the air, dazzling Wilkins, takes him to the canvas, but only gets 2 out of it.
Quite the lucha-inspired move there, and this has been some phenomenal chain wrestling we've seen here.
Chris Lee maybe a little more impressive, maybe a little bit more flashy with his offense. But Wilkins does everything for a purpose, and you see Chris Lee favoring that hand.
And there's a flag.
As Coach throws the flags that mean virtually nothing into the ring. That hand that's taped up of Chris Lee connected with the ring post just a few weeks ago here in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium when Chris Lee faced Darius Lockhart, and that hand still has not healed. He still cannot use that hand to 100% of its abilities. It affects your abilities to grip, to hold on to anything, to punch, to do almost anything.
That's right. Oh, he went for an elbow or a splash and caught nothing. It may have landed on that hand.
Yeah, he may have jammed the hand and get on the canvas. Wilkins is up with determination in his eyes. Wilkins golf swing, caught him right underneath the chin. And we have seen Wilkins knock grown men out with that golf swing.
Yes, he has. And you know what? You know, as soon as he spots that injured hand, as soon as he realizes it, he's going to work on it. There's no wasted motion, nothing wasted, everything with a purpose, like you said with Roy Wilkins. He's very much a work smarter, not harder type wrestler.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the greatest scientific wrestler of all time, but
maybe in CWF history, though, I might give him that.
Well, I will say this, never a wasted moment, never a half step out of place, never a half second off. Wilkins is proficient. He is a master. Right now, he's just clubbing Chris Lee. Not much scientific about that.
No, not at all. And he's also a man that he really goes out of his way to minimize how much abuse he takes in a match.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it.
risk.
You said it. Work smart, not hard. That is the mantra that Wilkins has adapted to, and what a great maneuver right there. Slipped under and into the abdominal stretch.
Got it in deep, too. Gotta get that toe hooked around the back of the leg, though. That's the only thing missing, but otherwise, grinded into the deltoids there.
Yes, sir.
Did I get that body part right? Is that the deltoid?
Wilkins.
I call the moves. I don't know.
Cranking on that arm. We need to give you an anatomy lesson. Maybe Nikki the photographer will help give you an anatomy lesson later.
It's been so long, brother, I wouldn't know what to do with it. Anyway, we're gonna cut that out, right?
Up until the canvas goes Wilkins.
Nice tall hip toss on that. And surprisingly, Wilkins has not spotted the hand. Nice side kick.
Caught him with the calf right in the face. Wilkins is dazed on the canvas. Cover 2. Only got 2.
Yeah, a little shot. Wilkins is not homed in on that hand, but he just may not have noticed the injury.
It's Brad Stutts and Cecil cold streak in the bedroom. Scott calling the action for you. Wilkins right into the figure 4.
Oh, got him in good, too.
There is virtually nothing that Wilkins cannot do. And we have seen him use, Chris Lee, the less experienced man, almost got caught with his shoulders down. We have seen Wilkins use the stretch muffler with precision, and the figure 4 is going to work all those ligaments and all those parts of the legs that he's going to look to stretch out if he hits that stretch muffler. The pressure has been reversed. Wilkins has got to navigate out now. Coach is shoving the ropes towards Wilkins with all he's got.
He thought he was going to tap again. Well, if the coach heard me say that, he'd be upset. He says he didn't tap last time.
Coach insisting that Wilkins would never tap out. And Wilkins coming off that loss to Lance Lude. Whether the coach likes it or not, it was a loss. Chris Lee coming off that big loss to Darius Lockhart. Both these men kind of on a cold streak.
Twisting Gary.
Not to be confused with the cold streak of my partner.
All right.
Caught Wilkins right in the mouth. And referee Charles Richardson putting a count on both men here.
Yeah, Chris has got to shake some feeling back in that leg and get something going. Set him up in the corner, big elbow.
Got to be careful about running on those legs. We don't know how much damage he's taken. He's got to be careful about taking off running on those legs. Oh, great move from Wilkins. Took the legs out and ran his face into the buckle. Wilkins creating space, and he has got dangerous intentions in his eyes. Shining Wizard did not get it, and Wilkins lands awkwardly in the corner.
Nearly crashed himself on the rope, went too high on the Shining Wizard. And that idiot Chappie is in the ring.
That moron, kicked in the gut. Chris Lee has got to focus on his opponent, though, and not that goofball errand boy of the coach.
And a bit of a misogynist, too. Oh, he got kicked right in the head.
Caught Chet right in the head. Charles Richardson has got to get the dirty laundry out of the ring. Coach with just a momentary distraction. Wilkins just body checked Chris Lee all the way into the chairs. Bad landing for Chris Lee.
Right in the front row, just when he had things going his way. And I always say Roy Wilkins is a master at turning the tide in a match. He's just incredible at making mid-match adjustments, and we saw it again. We might get our second.
Chris Lee down on the outside. Coach trying to interfere, and to your point, Chris Lee might be about to suffer a second devastating loss in a row here.
And what a way, mate. Nobody wants to lose by count out.
Ooh, beats the count. Does Chris Lee.
Oh, man. Yeah, barely beat that count, but he was prone, and we're getting that stretch muffler.
Yes, we are. Got the legs perfect.
And he's already hurt the legs with that figure four.
Of course, there will be no countouts and no disqualifications in our main event later tonight. Brad Attitude versus Nick Richards. No disqualification for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. But right now, Wilkins, look at the pressure Wilkins is putting on the legs and the back and everything of Chris Lee.
Big Lee he almost got to the ropes, but Roy broke the hold.
I think he slipped out of it.
Oh, right in the small of the back.
The perspiration on the bodies. It's getting hot in the sportatorium here in the springtime. It may have allowed Chris Lee to slip right out.
Got him hooked again.
Wilkins back to the stretch muffler. Chris Lee was coming up before the coach cut him off. Chris Lee suffered that bad fall, and he may not be able to recover from it, Cecil Scott.
Yeah, this is pressure on the legs and on the lower back. That's why you saw Wilkins go after it. He's a long way from the rope.
Chris has got to navigate out.
He's relieving some of the pressure there.
So much heart in this young man. He made it. He made the bottom rope. Chris Lee, so much heart. Such a great ambassador for pro wrestling. An anchor for WXII News. Oh, Coach hit him on the hand.
With the helmet.
Coach hit the hand.
Just set up for, he likes the Alpha Mari water slide. We might get it. Yes.
The back and the back of the head collide with the canvas. Got him. It took 3 people to put Chris Lee down, but Roy Wilkins will leave a winner here on CWF Worldwide.
Thanks to Coach of that helmet, more specifically.
Roy Wilkins!
Wilkins avenges his loss. Chris Lee continues on a downward spiral. And are we in fact looking at the greatest scientific wrestler of our time?